Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're stepping into the Iftihar Learning Hub. I want you to picture a brightly lit, super modern classroom. You've got diverse students in their school uniforms, and the whole place is just buzzing with energy. Have you ever struggled to get a diverse group of students to truly engage with one another? Well, today we're breaking down exactly how to transform a quiet, passive room into a bright, dynamic space where focused learning and shared ideas absolutely thrive.
This roadmap gives us a perfect, colorful snapshot of what action-oriented learning looks like in practice. It's almost like stepping into a high-end instructional animation. From pairs of students diving into structured discussions to bigger teams researching together on their laptops, we're looking at 10 distinct collaborative learning strategies. Whether they're working through a quick problem or solving a massive academic jigsaw puzzle together, these techniques guarantee that every single student is participating, moving, and actively absorbing the material.
And, to really anchor our explainer today, we have this profound insight from Helen Keller. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. It just perfectly captures the core philosophy of what we're unpacking. Structured teamwork doesn't just add to our learning capabilities, it drastically multiplies them. If you've ever seen a group of students suddenly get it together, experiencing that collective light bulb moment, you know exactly how true this is. Collaboration is a total multiplier.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've mapped out these 10 strategies into 4 distinct thematic zones today. Quick, collaborative check-ins, deep dives and projects, movement, debate, and problems, and structuring success with roles. And then, we'll cap the whole thing off with some practical tips for effective collaboration.
Let's move straight into our first zone, quick collaborative check-ins. This is all about getting fast feedback and engagement on the fly.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how simply adding a structured writing step totally transforms a quick check-in into a rigorous exercise in critical thinking. In a standard think, pair, share, students just think about a question, pair up, and share. But with think, write, pair, share, you force learners to crystallize and commit to their thoughts on paper before they even open their mouths. It's a tiny tweak, but it completely prevents students from just passively agreeing with their partner, and it dramatically elevates the quality of the discussion.
Next, we have the round robin or round table strategy. This is a brilliant fix for those group brainstorming sessions that inevitably get hijacked by 1 or 2 really extroverted students. Because it actively mandates that students take turns sharing their ideas or writing out responses in a circle, it ensures true equal participation. No one can hide in the background, and no single loud voice can dominate the room. It just puts every single perspective right there on the table.
Next, we transition to the center of our learning hub for Section 2, Deep Dives and Projects, Mastering Large Topics Together.
Let's look at the Jigsaw method. Think of this like a mini narrative. Imagine breaking a massively complex topic down into literal puzzle pieces. A student is assigned one piece, leaves their main group, and becomes an absolute expert on that specific domain alongside other students studying the exact same piece. Once they've mastered it, they come back to their original group to teach what they've learned. They literally complete the big picture for their peers. It's amazing because every student becomes both a learner and an essential teacher.
Then we have group investigation. Here, students act as collaborative researchers, usually using their laptops to explore a topic together, and it follows a really logical path. First they plan, then they research, then they collaboratively analyze their findings, and finally they present to the class. So you're moving way beyond basic memorization here. This method inherently builds invaluable real-world project management and delegation skills.
This deep dive zone also includes peer teaching. This empowers students to teach specific concepts directly to each other, and it's incredibly powerful because of the dual benefit. First, if you have to teach a subject, you have to truly master it, so it deeply reinforces the teaching student's own learning. Second, it provides a much safer, relatable learning environment for the receiving student that actively lowers anxiety and just significantly boosts confidence across the board.
All right, our third zone gets students out of their seats. Movement, debate, and problems. This is where learning gets seriously action-oriented.
First up here is the gallery walk. I love this one because it practically transforms your standard classroom into a dynamic museum. Instead of sitting quietly, students physically get up and walk around the room, reviewing and commenting on their peers' work displayed on the walls. It gives them that much-needed physical movement to keep energy levels high, and it creates this fantastic ongoing loop of peer-to-peer feedback.
For sharpening communication skills, we have structured debate. This forces students to critically analyze and articulate different viewpoints.
By requiring them to defend perspectives logically, sometimes even arguing viewpoints they don't personally agree with, it serves as an incredible exercise for advanced critical thinking and empathy. It teaches them how to actively listen, build an evidence-based argument, and communicate respectfully. Rounding out this action-oriented zone is problem-based learning, or PBL. Honestly, this is the absolute pinnacle of higher-order thinking in the classroom. Instead of just memorizing facts, groups are required to apply their collective knowledge directly to solve messy, real-world problems. By tackling open-ended challenges, students learn how to navigate ambiguity and negotiate solutions together. They get to see the immediate, practical value of what they're learning.
Now, a collaborative classroom can quickly devolve into chaos without clear expectations, which brings us to our fourth structural theme, structuring success with roles to build accountability.
Have you ever had a group project where one student did absolutely all of the work while the others just watched? We all have. And this brilliantly illustrates how defining specific cooperative learning roles builds necessary accountability. You might have a leader guiding the focus, a recorder tracking notes, a timekeeper managing the clock, a presenter to share findings, and an encourager supporting morale. Defining these exact roles ensures absolutely everyone pulls their weight.
Knowing the 10 strategies is only half the battle. So let's look at Section 5, Tips for Effective Collaboration, straight from the source. Making this work relies on a few foundational rules. Always set clear roles up front. Intentionally use mixed ability groups so students learn from diverse strengths. As a facilitator, your job is to monitor and guide, not dominate. Make sure you carve out time for reflection so students can process how they work together. So the crucial point is that assessing both group and individual performance, alongside those mixed ability groups and proper guidance, guarantees success.
We have covered some truly incredible ground today, exploring this fantastic visual map of teamwork. From quick written check-ins to massive problem-solving deep dives, the power of well-structured collaboration is absolutely undeniable. So I want to leave you with this final actionable question. Which of these 10 brilliant strategies will you bring to your learning hub tomorrow? Take these concepts, experiment with them, and watch your collaborative spaces absolutely thrive. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.